Hi Timothy, it's Brittany. I promised you a video with some tips and tricks, and there's a lot that I'm going to be covering today. So I am going to first want to cover your Facebook page. So first thing I noticed on your page is you guys have your niche located right here, which is great. Home improvement, definitely want to have that. Looking further down, you have a tiny bit about you here on the About section. You have a few followers. You have the link to your website, your phone number, your email address, and those are good things to have. And even though you're not a shop, I would still put your hours here like you do have on your Yelp website here. That would be super helpful for customers to also have here. Another thing I would like to suggest to you is fill out your About section as much as possible to the max amount of characters. That will also help your customers know what services you cover as well and how, and because you do have a lot of services offered, which is fantastic to have on your Yelp page, but you want to make sure this translates also to your Facebook page essentially. So I was also looking further down, and you're not that active. I would suggest that you do post often. You don't have a whole lot of posts here, but when you do post, it helps customers see that you're active. It also helps to increase the integrity and trust of your business, and it's just fun to share your work, right? And you guys deserve to be seen. Your work deserves to be seen. So people don't know it yet, but people do want your work, right? I noticed this guy here, he commented, looks great, too bad y'all aren't closer to us. So people want your business for sure, and you need to be seen. So going along further, back on your Yelp page, similar thing, you could have some more photos here actually on both your Facebook and your Yelp page as well, definitely. You only have a couple of examples. I would increase the number of photos you have and put as much information in here as you possibly can. So when I actually clicked on your website, it comes up with this error here. It says, looks like this domain isn't connected to a website yet. I don't know if you guys have a website and no domain or what your situation is specifically. But I'd like to go into more detail of what your website should look like. So here is a Google search result for floor installation Columbus, Georgia, which relates to you. This is something called a keyword, and a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So this is a service and location specific keyword. Floor installation is the service, Columbus, Georgia is the location. First thing that comes up is something called a Google Map Pack. These businesses here show up first due to citations, and I'll go over that in just a minute. But 30% of consumers will opt for choosing a business in the Google Map Pack. However, most of the volume comes from down here. In the organic search results, it's about 60 to 70% of consumers will choose a business on the first page of Google. And you want to be more specifically at the top 3 here on the organic search results. Now there is some directories here. You have Yelp, Angie, House, but those are all normal to have on there. But your first competition in your area is Rusty's Floor Covering. They come up first on the Google search result. So I'd like to go over 3 things that they are doing and what you need to do for your website. Those things are number 1, content, number 2, backlinks, number 3, citations. So let's get into it. So here's Rusty's Floor Coverings website. They have this beautiful hover slider, of beautiful photos that they have and the services they offer. Looking at their content, looking at their words that they have and their keywords. They don't have a whole lot of keywords, and they actually don't have a whole lot of content. We actually do suggest 1,500 to 2,000 words. Depending on your competition and number of keywords needed. And in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what terms you want your website to be found for. So, for example, a keyword might be, I don't really see one on their website, but a keyword might be hardwood floor installation Columbus, Georgia, or Columbus, Georgia flooring contractor. Those are a couple of service-specific keywords that I saw you guys do for service. So that kind of covers the content portion. Quickly, next I want to go into something called Backlinks. So here is a page program that I use to research websites. I put in your competition in here to evaluate them and see how they're doing since they're ranking at the top of the organic search result. First I want to go over these 2 ratings here, UR and DR rating. The DR rating is essentially a power rating Google gives your website. UR is the amount of trust that Google has for your website. So you have UR, trust, DR, power. And these two things are raised by something called a backlink. So a backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another, and these links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses to build trust in your business by seeing others vouching for you. So it's kind of like a popularity contest where the person with the most wins. However, not all links are created equal. So your competition has 31 backlinks. And it's worth noting relevant to your industry and local websites will work best. So for example, they have a backlink for Ignite Sports and Entertainment that has nothing to do with flooring. So that's not really a good quality backlink. You can see here the power is not so great. So they have like a mixture of some good ones, not some good ones, low quality. So that would be really easy to beat for your website. So you definitely want to not just match their number of backlinks. You want to focus on quality. And I would suggest, quite a few more backlinks than they have, probably 100 or so, at least. So that kind of covers backlinks. Next thing I want to cover is citations. So a citation is anywhere your business name, number, and address are shown exactly as per your Google business profile. I'm not sure if you guys have one or not. You guys were actually pretty hard to find. But citations help you rank. In this map pack I showed you a little bit ago here at the top of this search result. And this is extremely important for local businesses since these can generate huge amounts of revenue. Like I stated before, 30% of consumers will opt for a business here in the top 3 of the Google Map Pack. So citations include directories like Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Angie Expertise, and I know you guys have Yelp as well. So that's great. And social media accounts too, just like you have your Facebook page. But the idea of citations is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. So the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. And once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is that you rank above them. So your competition in your area for your service, they have 16 citations. Once again, you don't just want to match that, you want to beat that. So I would suggest about 100 or more citations for yours so that you can rank above them and also rank in the Google Map Pack here. And that way people would be able to find you a lot easier. So that covers, so we've gone over their content, their backlinks, their citations. One last thing I want to go over. So once these 3 things come together and you start to outgrow your competitors, here's what you might be looking at and why this is so worth it. So I'm looking at the number of keywords that they have. They have 54 organic keywords. And let's look into that. So clicking on their keywords. So this website is ranking for some service and location-specific keywords, which is what you want to have throughout your content. They're ranking for flooring, Columbus, Georgia. This keyword is searched 300 times per month, and their website is ranking at number 2 position for that in Google. So this is really strong keyword there. Another example of a good keyword, flooring installation, Columbus, Georgia. 60 searches per month. They're ranking for number 4 on their website for that. Hardwood floors, Columbus, Georgia is another one. We've also got hardwood flooring, Columbus. We've got quite a few here that relate to you that are location and service specific, and I actually counted up the volume that is searched per month that unfortunately you guys are missing out on. So there's about 960 searches per month or people that are looking for these services in your area. So you guys are missing out on that. And if I had that extra business coming in, I would be super excited. Let's even say that the conversion rate is only 10%. So you have 1,000 people, but only 100 of them want to do business with you, and you close at 50%. You'd have 50 new jobs a month. That is insane. They're also getting a lot of good organic traffic on their website, which you also definitely want to have as well. Alright, so I hope this was short and sweet for you. I'm so glad that I could help you today. I hope that I did, and I'd want to know if I did, so please leave me some feedback. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. My contact information is below in my signature. I hope to hear from you soon, Timothy, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.